Hey everyone, what's up? I am Cam, and the moment is finally here. Our Pottery Barn Kids makeover for our playroom and children's bedroom is finally complete, and I can't wait to show you guys a look. My two little ones are Kingston, who is about to turn 3 years old in a few weeks, and Ari, who just turned 1. I wanted to create the most beautiful spaces for them in our new home here in Michigan. So first things first, we're gonna start out with giving you guys a tour of the playroom. My entire goal for this space was to create an area that's bright, open, airy, and of course, fun. I was very intentional about choosing muted colors for a lot of the furniture and the rugs and everything like that, because I knew that with all of their toys and other decorative things like the photos and their pillows would just bring that perfect pop of color into this space. And you know, with kids' toys, it can bring so many colors sometimes. I didn't want to incorporate furniture that was too bright because I do not like a space that is too overstimulating for me or the little ones. And most importantly with this playroom, I really wanted the kids to be able to explore their individuality and their independence. And this is the perfect space for that. Let's get started. Welcome to Kingston's kitchen. Kingston and Ari's technically. But I just had to get this kitchen because Kingston loves helping me cook downstairs in the real kitchen. So he had to have his own space. You know, my baby could grow up to be a chef. You never know. And this kitchen is so beautiful. I really want y'all to pay attention to all the details here. First of all, and y'all will see this theme recurring through their playroom and bedroom, but we got the scalloped shelf. I felt like it was perfect on this wall because it's giving, you know, he's looking out of like a window vibe. Maybe we have some greenery and of course his seasonings. He has like a place sink, stove, and refrigerator. And mind you, they are stocked out with all of the foods, pots and pans, and everything that he may need. This kitchen is definitely gonna grow with them throughout their entire childhood, and I love that so much. And I'm looking forward to making so many memories with this kitchen. Right next to the kitchen area, we do have like this broom and mop set up with a dustpan. Parents, teach these kids from they are young to clean up after themselves, okay? But in this playroom, we make cleanup fun. Kingston can dust his kitchen off while Ari is mopping up the floor, so I love that. Next up, we have the art area. What playroom is complete without some art? So as you see, Mama did some artwork on this board. Isn't it beautiful? We are making sure our children know that they are loved by their mom and dad. And we also have a color chart right here. I'm really just loving this entire vibe. It is just beautiful. They have the chalkboard. Also, this easel doubles. So on this side, they have a dry erase board. I think I'm actually missing the paper roll because Kingston finished it all. But with the paper roll, you can typically pull it down and they can paint, but we didn't start exploring into the paint yet because as y'all see, I'm not trying to have them mess it up too much, and there are so many other spaces in here that they can explore. So Pottery Barn Kids offers a few storage collections, but for us, we went with a Cameron. Get it, Cameron, you get the point, you get the point. So I loved the Cameron storage system because it was so customizable. First of all, I needed the cubbies because we don't know what kind of mess might be lying on the inside. Right now it's not too bad, but I purposely picked out the cubbies with the designer because I had to let her know, look, sometimes we get really messy and I need to be able to hide my mess. So we definitely picked these out. Also, we have the storage baskets, tons of storage. Let me tell y'all something. I always claimed to be a messy person, but what I learned through this entire decor process is I'm not messy, I'm just not organized. So with this entire Cameron storage system, it makes sure that we are super organized with the playroom, and cleanup is super easy. And I love how these storage bins and all of our materials are so accessible, which is actually a Montessori philosophy, and we try to incorporate as much of that as possible. All of the bottom drawers and these cubbies the kids have access to, and anything a little bit higher up, they might need my help to get it, which is fine because I need some things out of reach for them. And what I love about this storage system is how customizable it is, right? So if I wanted the cubbies next to the other cubby, I could do that. I can rotate this and customize it as much as I want. I think that this will be really cool to incorporate into their early childhood years or like their school years. Is that what it's called? I don't, y'all get the point. When they get older, it'll be good for when they get older. Lee and I are really big with promoting independence. So ensuring that the kids have access to all of their materials is key for our playroom. Next up, we have the activity table where all the activities take place. This is kind of like the center point of the room. So anytime the kids have a puzzle that they want to work on, this is where they come. If they have Legos that they want to build up, this is where they come. If they have anything that they want to do, this is where they come to. The best part about this activity table is that it actually grows with them. I did have the option to order an extra set of legs that makes the table a lot higher, and they do have chairs to go with this specific activity table. But my kids are not ready for any of that right now because they can barely stay seated for anything. And as I said, storage is key. So these storage bins under here come in so handy. We have some Legos and all of their other toys and activities that they typically use at this table. You better get to Pottery Barn Kids and get you one of these. Definitely a fave. Now this area of the playroom, hands down, I low-key built this area for me and the kids, of course, but with me in mind. Obviously, I have 2 toddlers that are 2 and under. So that means they have to be supervised at all times. And I didn't want to be sitting down on the floor anytime I'm hanging out with them. So that's why I was like, why don't we get a daybed that doubles as like a couch? And this isn't just any daybed, it also has a trundle. So it's 2 beds really. How cool is that? That is so cool. But I just wanted to be able to sit down up here and hang out. It's giving couch, but then it's also giving, if we ever have family over, they have like extra beds to sleep on. I really love a multifunctional piece of furniture, and this is definitely one of them. This mattress is so nice and comfortable. And obviously this is not a couch, it's a daybed, but I wanted it to feel like a couch. So I definitely decked it out with tons of pillows. On this side of the bed, it's really like customized for Ari. It says sis. And on Kingston's side, we have the bro pillow, and I think it's just so cute. We have all of the trucks, the excavator. I didn't even know what an excavator was until my baby came home, and he was like, Mommy, an excavator. So I said, I'm gonna get that pillow from Pottery Barn Kids, and he loves it. The soccer ball is really cute. I hope he wants to play soccer for real. And this artwork was definitely very intentional as well. Both of my babies are smart. I know that every parent says that, but I just wanted them to learn everywhere they turn, especially here in their playroom. So we have a map of the world right here. So maybe for Kingston's birthday, I'll have him point out somewhere on the map or wherever he remembers on the map for us to travel to. One of my favorite pieces of decor that I just had to get, even though initially I didn't know where I wanted it to go, are these clouds. Initially, I was like, maybe I could put these in their bedroom. But after we built this out, I was like, oh no, the clouds are gonna live here. It just fits perfectly. I love that these clouds provide another source of light in case we don't want the super bright ceiling lights on. And it just adds a really comfy and cozy feeling. And of course, don't be surprised, but guess what we have? More storage baskets. One thing about my toddlers is they are extremely energetic, so we have to have something for them to play with. And this slide and ladder, they climb up this triangle and slide down the slide all the time. And I love when they do this, especially before bedtime, because I'm like, ooh, that sleep is about to be so good. So mama will get some time to herself even sooner. This area of the playroom is perfect for their little climber, their anywhere play shapes, and their anywhere chairs. Welcome to Kingston and Aria's room. I am obsessed with their bedroom. It is so beautiful in here. My goal for the bedroom was to create a relaxing, calm, and serene space, and I really feel like we accomplished that. And before we get started, shout out to the Pottery Barn Kids design team. My vision was able to come true because of them. They helped me every single step of the way. They are truly amazing. And if you know me, I can be a very indecisive person. I'm like, wait, should I go with that? Should I not go with that? What do I do? Da, 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 da. Very much like that. But one thing that really stuck out to me when designing this room was scallop. That's all I'm gonna say. That's the big key word, but y'all will see a recurring theme here. I was just so obsessed with the scallop of it all. So as you walk into the room, the first thing that you have are hampers for each of the children. Sometimes their clothes get pretty mixed up. Kingston just throws the dirty clothes in whatever hamper he feels like, but I'm sure as Ari gets a little bit older and aware, she is gonna be like, don't put your clothes in my hamper. And also we have a little collage of some of my favorite animals ever. I am in love with the elephant and the giraffe, and of course I had to do a little cub. Beautiful artwork. This is just perfect for their room. Also, I'm really big on holding on to certain pieces for maybe when I become a grandparent someday, and I feel like these pieces might fall into line with doing that because to me, it really just brings the room to life in such a special way. What I really love about Pottery Barn Kids is how much you can customize. I was like, put their names on everything, put their names on it all. Growing up, I had the same exact age gap with my brother, like Kingston and Ari. And me and my brother, we would fight over everything all the time. So I'm like, look, we are going to squash that before it even starts, even though it's already begun and they're only toddlers. But we have their measuring sticks, one for Aria, one for Kingston. They go up to 5 feet. So this will be with them throughout their childhood. I think that this is just a beautiful touch. And I always wanted one of these, but since I couldn't get it, I'm giving it to my children. Remember I told y'all organization is key? It's really key when it comes to this closet right here. So we have Aria's side, Kingston's side, they share their shoe organizer, and we also just have like more space and storage within all of these baskets that are in the closet. There is no way their room can be a mess. I am raising organized children. I'm putting that out there into the world. And it starts with setting them up for success with things like these. So this closet actually came with bifold doors, but I took them down because I really wanted that concept to be open like we discussed. And I'm like, look, if the closet is gonna be open, it needs to be organized, because the old me, before I was a parent and trying to raise organized children, would have just been like, just shove the mess in there, close the doors, and it doesn't exist in our reality. But no, I'm like, I have to be the change that I wanna see and like instill certain things in my children. So that's what I did with that. And in their closet, we also have their beautiful piggy banks. So we have the elephant and the giraffe. I've had this elephant since Kingston's baby shower. So he has the elephant and I got the giraffe for Ari. Like, how cute are these? I know that most of our savings now are digital, but my kids gotta know what hard cold cash is, right? Y'all know I had to go with the scallop cribs. So I got it for both of my babies. So Kingston's bed setup is right here. He has his custom name with the neon lights, so does Ari. And his decorative pillows, he has a rocket ship and a truck. What was really cool about this crib is it also came with a conversion kit, so he can just climb right in, but with these rails, he cannot roll off the bed. And I'm not gonna lie, my babies are guilty of co-sleeping sometimes, but I make sure they get their time in their bed as well. And this is Aria's crib. She also has her name over her crib. And by the way, the mattress on this can actually go a little bit higher, so it can go to about like up here, maybe even higher, but that's more so for like the newborn stage. But my baby girl is crawling, climbing, walking, so we had to lower it, and it's perfect. She sleeps in here every single night and she has no complaints. And you know what? Come to think of it, it must be nice to have a bed to your entire self and nobody snoring next to you. It must be nice. So they're living a good life. So funny story about these rockers. When I was pregnant with Kingston, I think I was just browsing through Pottery Barn Kids website and I was like, I love giraffes. And I was like, oh my God, I have to get this for my baby boy. And I put his name custom. So it was only right. I did the same for Ari after she was born though, because we didn't know what we were having. So she has her custom elephant. Kingston has his custom giraffe. Ari doesn't use much of hers right now because she's still a little bit too small, but whenever Kingston gets time to play with his, he loves it. And I love these so much. They're so cute. And these honestly make a great gift for anybody that is like expecting a child or anything like that. So I love it. This is one of the most comfy chairs ever. Even when the kids are off at school, sometimes I come in their room just to sit in this chair. And it doesn't only stop here. We have extra features. We have some reclining action going on that we can do. Y'all, it's just so comfy. And also we have a light underneath the chair. So at night when it's time for bed, we can do that. And it just has all these customizable options for reclining and just making sure you're super comfortable. I love this. I'm never getting rid of this chair. It's gonna have to fit somewhere in my house. And this color is just also so beautiful. And can we get a quick moment for our scalloped light up here in the ceiling? How beautiful is that? I'm obsessed. I'm so obsessed. I wanted to put a lamp in this area to really fill in the space. So we got the scalloped lamp, and it's really great for at night. So the lighting isn't too intense or anything like that in the room. It's super soft. And another scallop shelf. So initially I was gonna do 2 scallop shelves on this wall and stagger them, but I just felt like the other scalloped shelf looked so beautiful in the playroom. So I'm like, we're gonna have one here and one there. You can't have too much scalloped shelves in any room. And last but not least, our beautiful scalloped mirror and dresser and changing table combo. So beautiful. Literally the masterpiece of this room. Well, this and the cribs. Honestly, how beautiful is this dresser? I am so into timelessness, and this is truly a timeless piece. To be honest, it's so beautiful. I might not ever give it away. I feel like one of the kids, whichever one of them wants it, for whenever they have their own separate bedrooms, they can have it. But I am not willing to let go of this ever. It's just so beautiful. And that brings us to the end of our tour. Thank you so much, Pottery Barn kids. Our spaces could not have been any more perfect. And thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think. Bye.